Right, peace, love, family, part 2. Yeah, sorry, I knew I should have emptied some space out before I made this video, so it's going to be separated. So hopefully you've seen all of part 1 so you can enjoy part 2. So, but now since I had to separate it, now I can, do a little bit more talk on this one. I know several people got low attention spans. They don't like to watch anything beyond an hour. But you can go watch TV for an hour of nonsense. Desperate Housewives and all this stuff. I don't even watch TV. I don't know what's on TV. So if I say Desperate Housewives, they don't even come on no more. My bad. You see, I don't know what's on TV anymore. By the way, I had 2 change. I got this one on. I don't have my other one on. I should go get it. Matter of fact, let me go get it. Alright, so there we go. Alright, I'm back. So let's continue. So by the way, so on this book you see Thoth, and it says the Hermetica Hermes, and you got a snake on top of his head, and he got the sun disc or the horns. So I got this right here. So I know a lot of people be like, oh, that's evil, but not really. I talked about this before. So it's the same thing. See, got the horns, you got the beak. So what this means is the horns represents power, knowledge. If you, even your Torah people, I speak about Moses having horns. So Moses had horns. The Mesopotamians, the Egyptians, the Aztecs, natives, aborigines, they had these type of things hung on sticks. And, the shamans, the preacher, the priests. This means you're a priest. This means you know the arts. So there's nothing evil. It's just TV made it evil. But evil means life or knowledge. Of the tree of life, tree of knowledge of evil, good and evil. You have to know both, but evil is life turned around. God is dog turned around. Because someone always trying to preach their dogma of their God. You see. So this means you're a priest. Purple means, the purple aura, the violet. This is violet. This is your top, your chakra. Violet. Right here. Your chakra, your lash, your crown. People often say they see purple flying on my video. So, but yeah, that's what that means. I just want to explain that because people look at these things. People love this. But I put this on before, and you get different type of response. But you don't get nothing bad. Matter of fact, I actually got some pretty nice response. They'd be like, "Hey man, nice necklace." They're like, "Where you get it from?" So, and this one, I tell people where I get this from too. People love this one. This amethyst, and this purple disc is a angelic disc, empowered angelic disc. Yup. So yeah, they both work side by side. Alright, so that basically this is the horns, will be the vagina actually. Grab life by the horns. The vagina is shaped just like this actually. Just like a goat head or a cow head. So you can grab it by the horn. So that's why man, if you want to make it sexual, that's why men like to pull women's hair. You grab it like by the horns. And that's why if she have a ponytail, you grabbing both ends of her hair and pull them back. You grabbing life by the horns. Alright? Ramming ramming, no pun, well, pun intended, by the way, ramming her. You're ramming her. You're pulling her horns. You're ramming her. So, you're grabbing life by the horns. So that's why you've seen Egyptian gods and the females had horns. It's just a priest. It means you're a priest having a high intelligence. So that's my added bonus to this video. So let me go ahead and get back to the where we were. And I knew I shouldn't have ate that. Ate some ice cream. Yeah. I like, let me get some ice cream even though I know it's got milk. It's not gonna do nothing to me. I guess I was wrong about that. I just want some chocolate, so yeah. It's okay, I deal with it. Milk is not good for you anyway, unless it's lactose intolerant, lactose free, gluten free, stuff like that. Milk is not good. I know I'm trying to cheat myself, but especially when you're trying to do really healthy, then you take in that substance, and you know what you're supposed to. But when a soul leaves the body, it undergoes trials. Okay, we check. Okay. Only a good soul is a spiritual and divine. Only a good soul is spiritual and divine. All right. Having wronged no one and come to know Atum. Atum will be God or Yahweh or whatever you want to call them, and depending on what you run yourself by. Atum is the Almighty, the male aspect, because the male aspect wants to be seen, wants to be known. Just like the sun in the sky, you see the sun is bright. Turn off the sun, you can see the moon, and you see the children, or your thoughts, or your subconscious with your many thoughts, however you want to prescribe this. Alright? So, as the soul has to run the race of purity and becomes all mind, after it leaves its physical form, it becomes a spirit in a body of light, so that it may serve Atum. At the dissolution of the body, first the physical form is transformed. Yeah, at the dissolution of the body, first the physical form is transformed. My goodness, whoever wrote this. And it's no longer visible. So basically all he had to say was, trying to sound all smart, basically your body gonna decompose. And then it turns to different types of form of energy. The vital spirit returns to the atmosphere. So this, people say, you know, when your body, once you're dead in 3 days, your soul, like, hey, I'm dead. The body no longer working. Let me escape. Now, this is the 3 days thing. In 3 days' time, he rose again. So, 3 days. Your body decomposed in 3 days. So, the mummifying of the body was to keep your body in the form of non-decomposing, to trick, you know, the God of living to think you're still alive, so the soul could escape and get on to the next plateau. Yeah. So the vital spirit returns to the body, to the atmosphere. The body senses go back to the universe, the body, and recombine in new ways to do other work. Then the soul mounts upward through the structures of the heavens. The first zone is relief of the growth and decay. And the second, evil and cunning. And the third, just and deceiving desire. And the fourth, dominatory arrogance. This is talking about the different layers of the heavens. In the fifth, the unbalanced audacity and rashness. In the sixth, greed for wealth. In the seventh, deceit and falsehood. Having been stripped of all that. Well, actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, then the soul mounts upward through the structures of heaven. Okay. Yeah. So this is basically almost actually sounds like the whole book of the gates. I should say, yeah, the Egyptian book of the gates of death. Dead. Where it talks about going through the different gates, and each gate you're going through something, and you have to say a word of power to get through each gate, so you won't be consumed. If those guardians at that gate can see you as worthy to make it through or not. Similar to what this is saying, and it's taking away aspects of your humanity that you, or whatever whatever that is, your ego, basically taking away parts of that, which is the illusion. So having been stripped of all that was put having been stripped of all that was upon it by the structure of heaven, the soul now possesses its own proper power and may ascend to the 8th sphere. Alright, so rejoicing with all those that welcome it, and then sing a psalm to the Father. Alright, so the gods that dwell above the 8th sphere sing songs with a voice that is theirs alone, call each soul to surrender to the gods, and so each one becomes itself a god by entering communion with Atum. This is primal goodness. This is consummation of true knowledge, having been initiated into immortality. A human soul now transformed into God joins the gods who dance and sing in celebration of the glorious victory of the soul. Alright, so and immorality. So, this also talks about, that's it for that chapter. And the 8th sphere is not the final sphere. The 8th sphere is who you would say is, Father Time. And yeah, we all going to have to deal with Father Time. The very thing that is our hindrance. In a good and bad way. Depending on how you are. So, because the 8 is the infinity sign. Each soul has to surrender to and has to go through Father Time to get through past time. Once you're outside of time, you become a god. So, that's the last thing to try to do, at least while you're down here on this lower plateau. Whatever your mission is down here, you sign the agreement. That's something I need to get into also, about the agreements of the time of being in this time portal, of the agreements of soul contracts and stuff like that. Because Saturn was also seen as the first sun, which is Satan, the Soot, something like that. Then you had Chronos. You had the Titans before Chronos and Chronos 8. Then Chronos came around, took over, then ate the children. This is why you see Hebrew Israelites, not Hebrew, I'm sorry. The Hebrews of the past, in the Bible, killing people's children, slaughtering other nations, or you see other nations always fighting because of their religions, because Saturn was seen. There was thought they had to keep Saturn happy by doing this, because that's the story of Saturn. The Saturn ate the children and spat them out. Ate them and spat them out back into this life cycle. And Saturn was seen very closely in the sky, and like a first sun. So when it was talking about that, that is what it's speaking of. Autumn. We turned back to the 8th sphere. But the 9th is Pluto, which is the underworld. Pluto would be Anubis. Go through Anubis, go through the underworld, get out. Go through the darkness to find your light. Then you need similar thing with how people say, hey, go into the underworld, go through the center of the earth, go to the center, go into the black sun, which will be the underworld, go through the underworld, shoot out through the magnetic sphere, shoot out the Van Allen belt, so-called Van Allen belt, and to go back into Sirius or whatever you need to be. Something like that will be what that is. But this is, yeah. So that will be that chapter, which is pretty interesting. Alright, so it stopped at 8 because, of course, that's Autumn. That's Autumn Ra. Let's see. And this also got another thing, too. It's pretty interesting as well. You got the Zodiacs and the Destiny. I spoke about this before on my Facebook. Zodiac and Destiny. About how your Zodiacs determine your destiny down here on Earth. That's why people do those natal charts and stuff, trying to figure out their destiny or why they're down here for. I try to do my birth chart, but I don't know my time of birth. Not everybody knows that. Just don't think about, hey, when was I born? I know the time, the day I was born. I know where I was born, just don't know the time. So that's something I need to figure out so I can know my exact house placement, the sun, the moon, stuff like that. But this chapter right here to talk about Zodiac and Destiny is pretty good because, like I said, your Zodiacs tells you when you were born, coming from the houses above, coming out of your star portal. If you are of a soul, some of you don't have souls. You are earthborns. But we're talking about the starborns, the star races here. So, few can escape their fate or guard against the terrible influence of the Zodiacs. And this is something really deep too. That the Zodiacs are not meant to be your end to be all. They're meant to be actually a adversary in a way. You're supposed to learn from your Zodiacs, not to stick with it, not be like, oh, I'm this and that, and be happy about it. You're supposed to learn from it and move on to the next level. Try to master your Zodiacs, not just be happy that I'm this and I'm that. That's why I'm not really like so gun-ho to be like, hey, I'm a Sagittarius and I got this in my moon phase and blah, 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 blah. It's not nothing to be happy and proud of, or be like, oh, that's why I'm like this because I'm a Aries and I got this and retrograde and don't mess with me because I'm in a pissy mood. No, you're supposed to overcome that. That's the main goal. Overcome your zodiac sign, to learn from it. It's nothing to be stuck in. You don't supposed to be stuck in your zodiac sign and say that's me and that's it. You're supposed to keep moving on. Move on to the next lesson. Conquer your zodiac sign, then conquer everyone else's too. Or combine it, make it your own. Like, hey, hey, I know I'm born in this and that, but it's not me. I don't let these things control me. You're supposed to be a god, right? But you're talking about, oh, my zodiac signs control me. No. Now, they can influence you. Same thing with the moon. The moon is definitely the moon is a big influencer of the women, because the moon was designed and created for the women, actually, to harness their genes to create the life down here. The moon is very it's a base, space base. Heart is splicing, but the moon, yeah, everything influences things, but use that to your growth. Don't let it control you. Use it for your growth. So, yeah, a few can escape their fate or guard against the terrible influence of the zodiacs. There. For the stars are instruments of destiny. You know what people say about destiny? You can't escape it. Well, don't say never. Which brings all things to pass in the world of men. If, however, the rational part of a man's soul is illuminated by a single ray of ultimate light, the workings of these gods is as nothing, for all gods are powerless because of supreme lights. But men are few. But such men are few, yes. Such men are very few. Most men are led and driven by the gods, which govern earthly life, using our bodies as instruments of destiny. Who controls destiny? Father Time. Time controls destiny, because you're trying to beat time to get out of its movements. The zodiacs and everything moves off of time. Everything, all the stars are fixated to time. So if time is our zodiac, if time controls zodiacs and zodiacs are our destiny, that means we need to escape this matrix to escape whatever destiny these stars are trying to set for us. So, to my own way of thinking, it is our duty not to simply express blah 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 blah. All right, so I just basically read the good stuff. Yeah, I just basically read the good stuff. So, so yeah, that's it. That's it. Zodiacs and Destiny, and then I read about death and immorality. It should say immortality. People want to be immortal, right? But you can't escape death. You can't escape your destiny without escaping time itself. Without escaping the time matrix. Portal cube, Metatron cube, which is a light prism. You're in a light prism. Your body's a light prism. You escape one light prism, then get trapped inside this big old light prism, trying to escape, trying to go to the wrong false light. That's not gonna work. You are your own lights. Trying to learning down here. You are your own light. You just need to shoot out into the darkness so your own light can emit. But as long as you down here in the land of time and so-called space, which is space is the vortex around you, you're trapped in time. So that is it for me. I will make another video, which I'm feeling so good. I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna end this video because this video is gonna be part 1 and part 2, and I'm gonna make another video, but it's gonna talk about something totally different. So, peace and love, family. Thank you for watching, and if you have not done so, subscribe, like, and share, and go on my Facebook page, Akachi Ra, Instagram, Akachi Ra, YouTube, Akachi Ra. Soon to be, I will have to make me a brand new blog page, but it's going to be the same thing, Akachi Ra. Alright, so thank you once again for watching. Y'all have a great night. Appreciate you. Alright, Star Nation, I'm out.